We back like we never left. Ladies and gentlemen, guess what? Ah, am I the only one that's excited that we are actually in an FA Cup final? Am I the only one? I feel like I'm the only, probably the one of the few people other than Christian Eriksen who would run to Rasmus Højlund to go celebrate with him that final penalty kick that sent us into the FA Cup final. I mean, obviously the manner in which we that game rolled out, of course, is frustrating. Of course, we know we escaped by oh, I nearly said a pubic hair, but a toenail. Oh my God! Because honestly, Coventry somehow shifted the momentum of that game. you know when we were in a situation, obviously, we all know that the game was more or less in Man United hands. It was all in our hands for 69 minutes, and then all of a sudden the tide, the momentum starts shifting, and it was a little bit crazy to just witness how the game just unrolled. As you may or may not know, I did not watch every single minute of that game because I was working. But then I had the privilege to watch it again yesterday, knowing the score, knowing that we are through to the final. And it was a different experience for me. So I'm going to be shameless. I am going to actually hold on. I haven't even received a YouTube strike this this time around. I'm gonna dance. I'm gonna do the FA Cup while I wait for Manj to pull up. I'm waiting for Manj to pull up, but you know what? I'm gonna dance in the meantime. when when the FA Cup final, Listen. No, nobody's gonna care if we lift that trophy, whether we made it through finals or what. Guess what? This is in the AFCON competition, Cote d'Ivoire was virtually like they were knocked out of the competition. But then guess what? They rose from the dead. Nobody thought they were gonna make it past the round of 16. They rose from that and survived. And you know what? Nobody cares because now Ivory Coast won the AFCON. Argentina, okay, they lost. Was it 3-0 to Saudi Arabia? They were like, oh, Messi's last opportunity to win the World Cup trophy. It's gone down the drain. But guess what? Messi went on to lift it. So let me enjoy my final in peace. Hey, cheers. Drink more water. Drink more water. Cheers. Drink more water. Man. Oh boy, I'm shameless with it. And actually, I'm so glad that Ten Hag called out how the media responded. I know. It's nothing to be proud of that performance, especially the latter part of that game. But something being in the final is nothing to be embarrassed about. How we got to the final, yeah, we can talk about that. But being in it is the main thing that matters. And I'm just gonna go ahead and be happy. I choose to celebrate with Rasmus Højlund. I choose to celebrate with Onana, who saved the penalty. A lot of other positive things happened that we forgot about because we are sometimes so boggled into the negatives that like we don't notice some of the things and we don't celebrate some of the positive things that happens. There's a quote that I want to start off this show with that I like. Some people in here may have heard it already, but it goes like this: sometimes when you win, you really lose, and sometimes when you lose, you really win, and sometimes when you win or lose, it's a draw. And sometimes when you draw, you actually win or lose. The whole point of this quote means that, we got to to the final by losing a game that was in our hands. And for that reason, I have a little bit of hope. It may not be a lot, but it's a little bit of hope that we are going to show up to versus Manchester City, and we're not going to play like that, because if we do, we're going to get embarrassed 10-0. But I believe that the players have learned something. I believe that this is going to give us the fuel to propel us into an unexpected 1-0. Oh my God! You heard it here first. I told it to you for free that the FA Cup final. You will be surprised what's going to happen. Let's talk about it. We always do this thing on this show where we give every player a grade, every player that started a performance grade and a performance remark. So I hope to be joined by men like Manj, who who had mixed feelings before kickoff, because Coventry is his boyhood club, and also Manchester United is the club in his heart too. So he was conflicted throughout the whole game. And yeah, let's talk about it. Bruno Fernandes! It's Fred! It's Martial! The Cavani! Just waiting on the back post, surely he'll be found. And scores first Premier League goal at Old Trafford. All right. So here's the thing. I want to just quickly walk you through this, right? I felt like when something different was going to happen, because if you notice our kickoff routine, the way we started that game, we did something slightly different. The last 5 games, the kickoff routine has been the same. It's Bruno Fernandes starts the ball right after the referee blows the whistle. Bruno Fernandes kicks the ball straight to Andre Onana. Everybody runs to the other side of the pitch, to the opposition's half, and then Onana boots it forward, and then we lose the first duel, and we surrender possession. But this game, if you watched it again, or if you watched it with a close eye, we did something different in our kickoff routine. Onana did not boot the ball forward. Onana received that pass from Bruno, and he gave it to Casemiro. Oh, it might have been Maguire. It was Casemiro. And then we actually started to, if it reminded me of when you're playing in basketball, when you're playing half court, it set the precedent for the game, because we actually now started off, pinning Coventry to the half, because we were not careless with the ball to begin with. And this is the thing that for me was like, hold on, we're doing something different this time around. I hope we can keep on learning from that and keep on doing something more productive with the possession that we start with, And yes, he is here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's welcome men like Manj. Manj, you here?
Yeah, man, can you hear me? Internet's been a bit mad today, I can't lie.
Internet has been crazy today, but we just gotta work with what we got, man. It is what it is,
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Well, I was still
Apologies
connected.
if I apologize if I talk over you, if I talk with a delay. So
It's
apologies for the chat
all
as well.
good.
Just a disclaimer.
It's all good. It's all good. I was trying to remind our very, very downbeat fan base that there's still some things, some silver linings we can kind of we shouldn't really forget about this game. I know we survived by a toenail, right?
Yeah.
But oh, I hear a ringtone on your
My
end.
bad,
This
I'll be
stream,
back in a few.
go ahead, take your call. Take your call. This stream is definitely gonna be copywritten. They're gonna take it down. So this stream is a once in a lifetime. Shout out to MUFC Realist TV in the building. Dumelara. Dope Jam. Give some I'm a piano. Drex, you know that my other YouTube name is I'm a piano pep. So I'm a piano, if you don't know, guys, it's a genre of house music from Southern Africa. That's part of what we heard earlier on. Hopefully, Unknown Instrumental, he's the producer for that beat. Hopefully he does not give me a copyright strike. I just gave him a shout out. He's my brother. So shout out to you, Unknown Instrumentals. Neil Driscoll in the house. Thank you, Neil, for being here. Neil is one person I know who is hard to impress. But Neil, I made some notes for you here. If you noticed in that game, there's a guy called Eric Ten Hag who I'm always saying, Ten Hag, please, please, please give your players instructions, give your players some tactical advice. And you know what? The first goal that we scored, it did not happen by chance. It was actually Ten Hag who spoke with Dallo right before that game happened, right before that goal happened. And we saw how McTominay was darting forward to make sure that he was there for the tap in when as soon as Dallo was starting to oval. Matter of fact, if you watch that goal again, go check out the highlights if you don't have to watch the whole game because I know it's scary movie 14, but if you see it, the before Dallo starts to overlap, McTominay makes this late run into the box and he's sprinting like he knows something is going to happen before everybody else. And it is because of an Eric Ten Hag instruction. And the reason what confirms it for me is the fact that Dallo, when we're celebrating that goal, Dallo points at Ten Hag. That is somebody giving the props to the person that deserves the props. So let's not forget that, Neil Driscoll, right? And also there's like a lot of more productivity that I saw from our right hand side than before. That's partially why I'm starting to see from Ten Hag's standpoint why he's insisting to put Dallo on our right hand side, on right back and Wan-Bissaka on left back, even though I do not like it. But Dallo's productivity on the right hand side is actually very, very important to our offensive play. That is why you saw Marcus Rashford also before we got to halftime. Marcus Rashford had a shot from more or less the inside the box, but a little bit like near the line, near the edge of the box, and that shot got saved. And it was Marcus Rashford who got the pass again from Dallo, from going all the way to the byline and laying it off. And that happened, that scenario kept on happening repeatedly. And the productivity from our right hand side is something we cannot ignore. And we have to look and say, you know what? Offensively, we're doing something right on the right hand side. Manj, let me know when you're back, my bro.
I'm good, man. Can you hear me now?
We can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you. So yeah, before I even keep going further, bro, how was your experience watching that game before we go deeper into the conversation? I just want to know a global like opinion on the game. How was it for you?
T- Two words, but mixed emotions.
Like a stew of emotions. Describe some of them,
Yeah, we're
bro?
marinating something. At
Yeah.
3-0, I was chilling.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, Coventry, they did well to get this far. Fantastic. United are playing well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But then I get a message saying from my people, from family saying,
Yes.
"Oh, United guys comfortably." Yeah, I say, "Yeah, United going to see this out." What happened? 20 minutes later, it's 3-3, and now I'm stressed because I don't know what to do afterwards.
For me, I didn't even feel the stress because it's like this. It's like this. I
Yeah,
I watched about right up until the 70th minute, and then I
yeah,
got called into work because I was half streaming from work, half working,
yeah,
half streaming, and then so I saw all the moments where we're in control,
yeah,
and I can tell you like Joe Blackman, everybody that was holding down the stream for me, they were like saying, this is how we should play. This is how, what, why can we do this all season? This is perfect. This is great. This is lovely. And I was like, look at our team finally getting it together at the end of the season, while now showing how we should play and the dominance. And it's not just like while rushing to give the ball away every time. We were playing half court. We were playing
mm,
in Coventry side of the pitch. And then now I start getting the updates. I'm part of the chat, but I'm not really like listening to the commentary on the channel. But bro, I see that. Hold on, things are going bad. First goal, second goal, third goal, and then no, what? Like even the fourth goal before the
yeah,
VAR overturned it. bro, I just could not believe what was happening. It was a drum. I don't know. It was like a Spanish telenovela.
Yes,
you know,
100%.
and now for you, now when that moment when it was 4-3 to Coventry, what was going through your mind, bro? Like were you like still like on the Man United side, or were you like, now yes, Coventry? How was it?
First of all, I'd like to step back and say it's not wasn't stress. It's like a conflict of interest, if you know what I'm saying. To like
Mm.
there's like a middle ground.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna lie
yeah,
to you. I'm gonna lie to you. If that goal had stood, Coventry would have deserved to win, man, because they had a ascendancy, they had momentum, and
yeah,
what the thing is, I was actually tuned in to your watch along because I was
yeah,
at the bar one time tuning in. I got
yeah.
a good Wi-Fi, which actually is better than
Okay,
this one,
nice.
and
Yeah, man.
shout, shout out to the bar Wi-Fi. Yes, yes, yeah.
I in Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? But no, but I'm
Mhm.
gonna tell you a little story about how things unfolded. I went to the bar right at 3-3.
Yeah.
I heard cheers. Oh my god, Coventry have scored. I was like, Then I thought, do you know who I instantly thought of? Mark. He said, we're gonna win 6-1.
Uh
And I was like
oh.
thinking,
Oh.
uh-oh. But at the end, like I kind of felt bad for the home squad because obviously that's where I'm
Yeah.
from. But at the end of the day, I gotta give props to the fight back to the character. The fans gotta be proud of the team, you know.
For real, like they gave us the spirit of not giving up. Like I saw, as I said, I watched the game back yesterday. The way the Coventry fans celebrated Sims's goal on
Yeah,
like the first one. Yeah, like it's still 3-1. It's in Man United hands. What are you celebrating? But they were like, bro, they were so ecstatic, and I was just like, huh, what's going on here, like it's as if they knew that this team has got a little bit of, like, how I always like to
yeah.
describe Luton Town as the pimple, like when you're reaching puberty there, when the pimples don't stop, and it's on your
The
face
pimple
when you
got
got
popped
acne.
on Saturday, man. You know what I'm saying? But here we are.
Exactly. But it's that the Sims goal went in,
Yeah,
and we're like, the belief just started to grow, especially
yeah.
now that is it O'Hare, Callum O'Hare, who scored the second one,
It
and
was the yeah,
they still like
yeah,
10 or 11 minutes to go, and you're like, but it's 3-2. There should be. But by that time, you could tell that the Man United players were just sort of like, no, we're just trying to, like, like just get to 90th minute. That's it. But then, to Neil Driscoll's point, we need to stop giving the ball away. Mr. Shaolin Soccer, Anthony, decides to just, you know, take a shot when there's bodies in front of him.
yeah,
And then next thing you know, we lose possession, and then like the momentum truly swings in Coventry's favor. And then there is the final goal, the penalty, obviously,
yeah.
that Haji Wright scored. So that's the thing for me, that like, uh, the sequence of events for me, where I was just like, no, this is unbelievable. Like, football is a game of momentum, and if it is on your side, you have to take advantage of it. And Coventry deserve all the applause and all the accolades for taking advantage of the momentum that was on their side, man. I just want to give them the respect they deserve and say that was a very, very good semi-final to watch. For a neutral, I bet they would just had the popcorn out and saying, "Wow, wow, what a game of football!" You know?
I'd like to acknowledge myself for saying that the three players I mentioned for Coventry in the preview, they all scored.
Yeah. Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey man, big up to yourself for mentioning that. Wow. Yeah. Sims had he was smoking Christian Eriksen as well. Aside from the
Mm,
goal, he had a very, very good match where he would just glide past Eriksen. I mean, past Casemiro like he was a lamppost. That's
yeah,
something that I have to mention, and also the fact that Sims, I think now he's at 6 FA Cup goals, and he's one of the top goal scorers at the moment. He's up there. He might win the Golden Boot. I don't even think like any Man United player or any Man City player is gonna pass his record.
Mm,
So yeah, he deserves the applause for that. But what's his name? Haji Wright. I want to ask you
oh,
about this.
great
Anthony
guy.
got a lot of slander for his reaction at the end of the penalty shootout. We know that Anthony he, he cupped his ears to be like, I can't hear you, blah 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 blah. You know what I mean? He reacted to what the Coventry, like, to the game, in that way. And this is what I want to say. He actually just spoke about this about a few hours ago. He said
Mm.
these words: Coventry proved why they reached the semi-final. We seeked this spot in the final for our fans, and we achieved it. The way our fans were treated by their players was not nice, and in the heat of the moment, I've reacted to the provocations in a natural defense for my club. How do you feel about that? First, Anthony's reaction, and also his defense for his action.
Well, if we could defend like that on the pitch, United would have better results. But here we are. Um,
Nice, nice, nice statement there. but but
another
but
thing is, yeah, go
yeah,
on.
go
Another thing
ahead. You
is,
don't
what
think it's
it's
what?
a lesson. It's a lesson to us fans and the players that you should never disrespect the opposition,
Never
no
disrespect the
matter where
opposition.
they
But
are.
here's also like another bone to throw into the conversation is that Haji
Mm,
Wright, when he took his first penalty, I think he took the penalty right after Casemiro missed.
yeah, yeah,
Haji Wright
yeah.
did this to the Man United fans. Wouldn't you want your own player to stand up for you and also give them their own medicine?
It's a difficult one because I like both teams. You know what I'm saying?
I know,
Because
I
I
know, I
like
know.
this.
You're the
I
worst
like
person to
this.
ask this question. I'll direct it to
I,
the chat.
let's bring. I think the chat will obviously side with the United because obviously we're United fans
Of
at the end of the day.
course.
But
Yeah.
I think for me, football it does get to you. It gets to you sometimes. Sometimes you lose your head, like Zidane
Yeah.
at the World Cup. But I think I think for
Nice
me,
example.
in the heat of the moment, it's acceptable. But as long as you apologize for it, it's all blessed. It's all water underneath the bridge, you know.
Right, right. And for me, it's the phrase "in the heat of the moment." He was actually sort of acknowledging that, like instead of he what I'd advise him to do next time is to run to Hoyland and celebrate. Hoyland just got his first goal at Wembley. Neil, add that to the bag of the other positive things that are being overshadowed by
Yeah.
how we horribly performed, right? Rasmus Hoyland got his first Wembley goal, and we're out here not happy about this. What have we come to as a fan base that we do not appreciate some of these small little things that are happening in a positive way? You know what I mean? I
I
I, I
think
just want to just say that. Yeah.
I think that the fans, I think that the players' feedback that they have, like they felt a bit embarrassed at the end. Like we
Yeah.
nearly lost this game to a championship side to Coventry, you know. And I like what Harry Maguire did. He didn't over
Yeah.
celebrate, and he just respected the Coventry fans. Like, good game, lads, man. It's good luck for the season and that.
Yes.
And I
Thank
pray.
you. Thank you.
I
Mhm.
I'm not the biggest fan of Maguire, but for that I gotta give him a lot of respect for that man. So fair play to him on that one.
Thank you for mentioning Maguire. Thank you also for bringing that positive point up. Bruno Fernandez also had a more of a respectable sort of like
Mm.
response, a respectable reaction that you would expect from a player, um, that should act like a captain. You know what I mean? And I
Yeah.
want to just say that. I want to just say that. So let me actually. I like that you brought Maguire up, and let's go ahead and just talk about the grades, because if you didn't know, on this channel we do grades, player grades, and we are going to talk about how each player did and the grade that they deserve. Now, I'm curious how you're gonna do this because you with your bias. Let's see how it is all going to shape up. All right, here we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the grades from the game versus what Bournemouth. This is the game, the grades from the Bournemouth game. We're gonna clear that. Look, Bruno was the only person who got an A plus. Wow, 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 wow. Our team is a bunch of underperformers. So yeah, we know Kambwala was not there, but let's start with the goalkeeper as we always do from the back. What grade does Andre Onana get? Now, I want to talk to Man United Manj, not Coventry Manj. Okay.
Manchester United Manj is in the house. We have a game against Sheffield tomorrow, but
Hey,
we'll touch on that.
and before we also continue, shout out to Red J, who's also in the house. Shout out to Vegeta as well. Box in the building saying Coventry were light work.
Get right here, man.
Box, you know that's untrue. Oh boy. All right, all right. And
I
Shay
think
as well.
I think he meant to say weren't to light work. I think he meant the apostrophe and NT. You know what I'm saying?
Box was being sarcastic.
I know. I know, bots. Box.
Exactly. And Ronald, by the way, Ronald gave you your props. You were not even here for that. But Ronald was like, yo, the person that deserves the props is men like Manj. So I want to acknowledge Ronald's comments and the props that he was giving you for this.
Big
You
up
know,
to
so
Ronald.
let's go. Yeah, let's go to Andre Onana. I'll start with Onana and then you'll
Yeah.
get the next player. Okay. Andre Onana, of course, the Haji Wright's strike. No, not Haji Wright. Sims. Ellis
Mm.
Sims' strike. It feels like when I watched it again, I feels like he dies on slow motion again. Sometimes I always feel like we're done with slow motion Onana, but he just never, like, when you think he's done, he comes back. He's like
Mm.
a I don't even know. He's like the boogeyman of like uh, slow motion Onana. He keeps on coming back when you think he's done. So, but I just want to go ahead and say he actually also had some positive moments in that game that I want to acknowledge. Like, say for example, the penalty save. As well as the save in the extra time period. Like, I think that save,
Torp.
I can't remember who the Coventry
Torp.
player was, but who was it?
Victor Torp. Torpedo. You know what I'm saying?
Torpedo hit a torpedo of a goal,
Yeah.
man, and that ball was a rocket. It was a rocket launcher, just that was bound for goal. And if it wasn't for Onana's not having Kit Kat hands, we would have had another goal right there,
Mm.
So I want to just give him that respect and say he did good. He did good, and I want to give him C plus.
Mm.
He gets a C plus for me for denying O'Hare in the shootout as well. That is a yeah. Denied. How you spell denied? Denied O'Hare a
Penalty.
penalty goal, yeah,
Yeah.
and also the save in extra time was really important because the team had kind of given up more or less. We saw, like, what's his name, Christian Eriksen doing the Pogba trek back. Like when Mendem are just jogging back to their own half, but like they're halfway interested or halfway. You know what I mean? It's just like,
Mhm.
bro, why are you bothering trekking back if that's what you're gonna do? A half-hearted trek back. Anyway, we'll get to Ericsson later, but Onana gets a C plus from me. What grade are you giving men like Dallo, the guy with the assists, the
I
guy
want to
with the
say, I'll say B. I think that's a fair grade.
B? Dallo, okay,
Because I think he did a cross for McTominay, and he denied Sims at the other end as well.
you're right. You're right.
That
By the way,
blocked.
what are you eating? You eating in the background? I hear the plate.
Yeah, man, it's 5 o'clock over here. It's dinner time. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to you for joining us during dinner time, bro. Big up to you. No. Okay. So you're saying a B. A B
Yeah.
for Dalo. Okay, all right. Let's give Dalo. Let me see if anybody in the chat differs with that. I think
I'll set the
Onana. It's a
bar at B, and then we see.
Onana gets a C from Box, a C from Neil Driscoll, a B from Arten, who's usually very lenient grader. Okay, what? Ronald, please come explain yourself. An A from my side. I need to be on this. Lord have mercy, says
Yeah, we're gonna
Ronald.
come
Come
through.
over here and explain yourself. Why is Onana getting an A? Mental ball game says it's C plus. Okay, all right. I think Onana's grade averages to a C, unless Ronald is gonna come here explain and give a very good case why Onana
Mm.
should get an A. I don't know. We're gonna leave him at a C, C plus. All right, let's go to Dalo. Dalo, you said a B. Box says a C. R10 says a B. Uh, Vegeta says B because he linked for the goal with Scott
Yeah.
McTominay. Neil Driscoll says B. All right. Ronald, check your messages. I have sent you the link. We need to hear the explanation for why Onana deserves an A. But Neil, I'm gonna go with Neil as well and say, all right, a B minus is what Dalo B minus. Let's see. R10 says B. Box says
B plus.
C.
B plus sounds about right. In the middle.
B plus. No, solid B. Solid B.
I
Why
thought it'd
B
be okay.
plus?
Fair enough. Because
Why B plus?
because I'm doing a consensus type thing, meeting in the middle, so you would jumble things up. But it's nice to see that the
Okay.
people agree with me though. For once, it's all good.
Okay. It's a B. Let's just say great assist
Yeah.
and great defending Sims. How do you spell great? I cannot spell anything today. Great assist and also defending Sims. That was notable. That has to be applauded. Diogo Dalo. All right. Spider-Man Wan-Bissaka. Let's talk about Wan-Bissaka. The left back experiment has to end, surely. Please, one day, please, Ten Hag, set him free. He looks uncomfortable on the left for me. I just don't know why Wan-Bissaka keeps on getting. It's probably now what the fourth game running that
Mm.
he's got that start in the left hand position, and I just don't like. Obviously, some unfortunate things happened to Wan-Bissaka.
And the goal came from his deflection as well. The second goal from over here. So
Exactly.
hey,
Okay, he's in the building. Let's see what Ronald has to say about this Andre Onana before we go to Ambisaka's grade. Men like Ronald, how you doing, sir? First of all,
I'm doing great, but big up to you, Manj, and your team. They pulled up.
big up
They
Ronald, man.
had nothing to lose. This might have been the biggest game in their not. I wouldn't go disrespect saying history, but in the recent times
Yeah,
for a team like Coventry, this
yeah.
might have been a big game. There was nothing to lose for them,
Mhm.
so they were really up for it. Uh, so yeah, big up to you and your team. I can't
Big
lie.
up.
What
Mhm.
you represent, we absolutely saw. This game was a good eye opener for people to know that this is
Go
all
on.
on the players, because at the end
Yeah.
of the day,
How so? How
yeah,
so,
yeah,
sir?
I'm explaining, sir, if you allow me. But yeah, see, this guy showed up. But anyways, uh, normally the amount of respect and the credibility that the people say that Manchester United should have, a manager should come and just say it's Coventry, guys. You remember when back in the day, Sir Alex told our team it's just Tottenham, and
It's
they
just
knew
Spurs.
what to do, right? It should have been the same damn thing, but that's not who we are. But that's what we pretend to be. We're trying to catfish people. No, we're not. We're not that team. So, sir, this all comes down on the players. Whatever the manager set them up to do, was his decisions correct? No. There were some wrong decisions in there. He absolutely made bad decisions. Kobe Mainu was not that was the worst decision. For that itself, I would say F. But for
Okay.
Onana, the reason why I said that particular grade is because that showed me what. So see, I've been critical about Onana entire season. I said he's not a good guy, right? Uh, but at the end of the day, I would say Onana showed me what David De Gea was not offering us.
Okay.
The case is good. It's not very strong, but it's good. You know why? Because Ronald, you just reminded me that Onana also didn't he get a yellow card? He was a wind up merchant for some of the
Yeah, he was wasting time drinking water.
wasting time drinking water, and that also gets into the mind a little bit of the opposition a little bit. That's something that we never saw from David De Gea, who is a very nice personality, by the way, nice person, but like sometimes nice can only get you so far.
No, because a lot of people were saying that, Onana is an upgrade on David De Gea. I never saw it because I always felt that David De Gea's, shot stopping capabilities were absolutely elite. Onana did make a few good saves. I still have a problem, so I might go down to like a B because the deflected shot, he couldn't save it. He's surely aware of the fact that he's done that in the past. He's not actually stopped any goals, right? The
Yo,
deflected one. So he should work
sir,
on that definitely.
sir, you are a step ahead of me in every comment because that shot spent 3 hours in the air.
Yeah, and he
Deflect,
stays down, and he stays down. Like
and he's like,
he's on his
on
one
his
knee.
ticket holder as what are you doing, sir? you know
And if I think that it was in the Champions League that he actually let two deflected goals go in. So a person as a goalkeeper proactively should know that, okay, this is one thing I need to work upon. He couldn't
Okay.
spell revisionism correct, so never mind, ignore the comment. But but
No,
the
but
fact
he's got a point though. Let's keep it on Coventry versus
No,
Man
I'm keeping it
United.
on commentary. I even moved out of it. I'm talking about the game in itself. Onana for me was a B. A would be a stretch, but a B absolutely. He kept us in the game. Couldn't save one pen in game. I wish he could have saved that, but I think
Yeah,
he learned well and he did well in the penalties because just think of it this way: as a goalkeeper, Casemiro missed the first pen. That just creates immense pressure on the goalkeeper right there. But
immense.
he
Yes.
still kept us in the game right after, able to save two of them. One, I think, was just shot off target. So that I wouldn't, he actually went the wrong way, I guess, in that one. But that just did not even go towards the goal or anything. It just went above. So for that in itself, he still needs to work upon himself. But I see where people say it's an upgrade. I can see glimpses of it here and there.
Okay. 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 Um. Uh, so I'm gonna leave it up to Manj. Manj, did Ronald make a very good case for us to roll up Onana's grade from a C plus to a B minus B grade or no?
True say, what listener was otherwise what do you call it?
Yeah,
Priorities
right here.
elsewhere. But
Oh,
yeah, let's stick with Ronald's grade, man, and keep it moving.
I'll summarize it for you. I'll summarize it for you. He mentioned the fact that he let the
Mm,
deflection go. He conceded that, but
mm,
also, he kept us in the game, not just in open play, but also during the penalty shootout, and also his shot stopping ability, like penalty stopping ability, is an
mm.
upgrade from where we came from. Given our previous goalkeeper, so Onana is definitely an upgrade, says R10. It looks like Ronald has convinced a few people except Omo. He's convinced
Um,
me a little
See,
bit.
the point is not to come here and convince Omo. That's because even God can't do that. So never mind on that one.
Omo is inconvincible, if that's a word in
It's
English.
irrelevant.
Okay, okay. All right. Because Omo, I can tell you Omo's great. He said everybody gets an F, which was very, very harsh in my
That's
opinion.
harsh.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because he's
Omo.
trying to think of Manchester United from like 20 years ago when we were
Mm.
just
Yeah,
popping teams off. So yeah,
okay.
he's the man who lives in history, not me. I'm looking at today.
Oh
All
my
right,
God.
all right. And today, Wan-Bissaka looks like the house. I'm gonna leave this one to the house and say D for Wan-Bissaka, D from Neil Driscoll, a C from R10, and a B from Mental Ball Game. The average of that, I think it's a C minus. Two
For
D's,
who?
one C, and a B for that. For no, that was the B was for Dalo. Pardon me, excuse me. I think it's a D average. It looks like because there's two
It,
D's and one C
it
make
is
a D.
definitely a D because Rashford was not
Yeah.
helping Bisaka at all. On the left side, there was no help for him. Like, yeah, Rashford made few runs in the starting of the game, but bro, we needed you at the end of the game, at the start of the game. So
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And also, let's not forget that if it wasn't for the toenail, that offside would not, like he seems like he just lacks positional awareness. Let me write that
that
down
that's
too.
that's the problem. See, the thing is that Bisaka is a right back.
Mm.
However, Dalot can play left back and look comfortable, right? The thing is
Yeah.
that because we need a goal, and on the right side we do the overhead runs, which even Eric Ten Hag knows if he moves to the left, Rashford is not passing him the ball for the overhead run. So it's
Yeah.
pointless, right, to move him on the
Yeah.
left. And Bisaka, out of position, makes those wrong decisions because he's not obviously, he's not capable enough to go play left back and right back. He's not that guy. He can do the right back for you because there are a lot of players who can just do the right back but do it right. I'm not sure how
Yeah.
many times Trent has done the left back role.
Uh, Probably. I do not even remember Trent being on left back.
Exactly. So not a lot of players
Yeah.
who are amazing on the right back can do the left back role pretty good, and
Yeah.
definitely that's where the credit goes to someone like Dalot. But we need to kind of reconsider options. I was looking today. I think Lacey is going to go ahead and finally get his options to be in the team. I think MS as well. So let's see. Let's hope for the best.
All right, let's move on to one of the few positives of the game as well. Harry Maguire. Can you lead the way on Maguire, Manj?
Yeah, his best player of the day. Scored the second goal and solid throughout the game.
Spark of the day, solid throughout the game. Can I tell you how many years I've waited? 6 years for that Harry Maguire header. Like this was like a dream come true. And also the other thing, Neil Driscoll, to add to that, is the fact that it was Bruno finally like finding Maguire with the right sort of like power on that corner kick. And he scored, and he has this ability to win balls, to be the first to the balls in the air, but we just never see it offensively. So and also it's not just that. Even though he had the moment where he was like, from an acute angle, he tried that shot. I was like, what in the Emmanuel Adebayo is going on right now? Maguire trying to go for goal when he should have just laid the ball off for Anthony or the other players that were in the box. But I think like it was a very, very positive performance from Maguire from me. Like I think I have to agree with Manj and say solid throughout. He definitely dealt well for the most part with the threat of Sims. So he deserves his flowers for that. And what grade are you going to give him, Manj?
I'll start the bar at A, I want to say, but I'll leave it to you guys and
Oh my God.
I was gonna say, I thought you were gonna say B plus or B.
We'll give it
Ronald.
B plus. It's up to you.
Yeah. See, the thing is that he did score the goal, but that's something that you expect from him because, as far as I can remember, he was brought in to do those things. They just don't call him big-headed just for that reason that it's a big head. They also say it because he used to score them goals as well. He did. I think he did that few times for England as well. Did that for the last team he played, I think Leicester. So when we bought him, we actually bought him for those reasons. I loved absolutely the fact when he became prime Casemiro in between the game, dying minutes, and
Yeah,
he just went through the midfield to the fine line. I was like, wow, Maguire just passed the ball now. But he,
yeah,
finally takes a shot. Obviously, it's a problem at Manchester United, the main character syndrome that we have. Everyone wants to be the guy who has done it, for the team. So
mm,
yeah, you can't be Cinderella every time, brother. So
yeah.
pass the ball next
Thank
time
you.
and
Thank you. Yeah, yeah.
keep it
It
moving.
was a little bit much like, but then the context you got to understand also. He probably wasn't even probably gonna play this, but he only trained once this
No, no, no.
week.
I see. I get that point. I'm not denying
Yeah,
it, but it's not the first time I'm seeing Maguire actually make that run. This season, weirdly, I've actually seen him do it at least 3 or 4 times, where he's walked with the ball on the left side, and he's reached the final third, and he's taken a shot. So maybe we need someone to help him work on the shots. But absolutely, a class of a performance. I absolutely
yeah,
loved his attitude. He respected the team. He respected Coventry. He did not, do anything stupid. Uh,
yeah.
did he do that stupid celebration that I told you about on Good, Bad, and the Ugly? He did. Uh, the one
Oh,
where
this.
he spreads his no, the one where he spreads his arms once he scored. So he did that celebration. So but he definitely warranted it. I was
Yeah.
surprised. Did he take a pen? I don't think he did, but I
No.
was surprised because he's very good at pens. From the last I remember,
Yeah.
he took it in the top right corner, I guess, or left. So
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
pretty good with pens too. So a B, I think, is warranted. Would
Okay.
would I call him the man of the match? No, but a good performance.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All
That's
right.
fair.
Let's move on to Manj, were you about to add something or start or say something about Casemiro? Where were you?
Oh, Casemiro, man. Oh. I heard Saudis calling you my brother. For me, I'm gonna give him a player rating of C minus.
Okay, C minus for Casemiro from Manj. I even feel like his performance was a D type of performance. I don't know. I don't know. Like
No,
he
actually,
in
it does warrant a C minus because bots, you have to understand, did Casemiro get a yellow or a red card in the game? No. Was
no,
was
he
he
was
out of
playing.
position? A lot of
Yeah, I
times, no. I remember, I think he got told because I remember in the first 7 minutes, I saw an attack where he was actually in his original CDM position. I was like, bro, what are you doing? You're a center back today. Have you forgotten that? And I'm pretty sure someone yelled at him and he remember right away that, oh, yeah, he's a center back. So after that, I saw him stay back. I think Maguire was the one who was going a little bit ahead and Casemiro stayed back. But there is obviously pros and cons to play Casemiro as a centre back because Delo had to come back and cover. Even Bissaka had to come back and cover a lot because if you remember, one time uh, Casemiro was beaten for pace and the ball had gone and Sims was just running at the
right,
ball.
right to
Delo
beat
came
him.
in, sweep the ball up, and so uh, kudos to Delo and the reversal over there, and that's
Solid
why
point.
he got a B. So C minus, I think it's okay. He did not do anything stupid that he might have done as a center mid, but
Hey,
a
hey.
good game overall.
Solid points, guys. If you're enjoying this solid discussion points, by the way, if you're not almost solo, kindly hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Yeah, you know what? I think C says or D says Imran Khan. Vegeta says C. Casemiro was a B team player. R10 pulling the average up. Neil, I'm not having to go at you. I just know you're very tough to impress. That's all. That's all. Big up to you though on this lovely Tuesday. I can't wait to watch the game tomorrow and see how you feel versus Sheffield United. Okay. Okay. I think some people in the chat are saying D, some people are saying C, and a C minus looks more or less like the average as well. Okay. Yeah, let's not forget he played out of position. That's a very, very big point. But the penalty, though, that was the lamest penalty ever. But anyway, we made it out of that as well. You know, Man United is funny. It's like that movie, that the action movies, that scene where the villain is like, "Do you want to do this the easy way or the hard way?" Man United is like, "I want to do this the hardest way." It's like almost like we
Well,
want to
I
do
don't
the
know why you're surprised because if you remember, you can go back check the stream as well. The day we
yeah
did the predictions, I called you and I called it on the stream as well that
yeah
United has a tendency to make it harder for themselves to win. They will not win it the easy way. You laughed at me at that day and you said that you agree because you see it, you've seen it before. But that's what we do. That's what we are.
We need to change that. Okay, let's move on to Kobe Boateng Mano. That's his middle name, Boateng. Like, how would you judge his performance, Manj? Oh, you started the last one. Ronald, do
Yeah.
you start this grade this time?
Fantastic performance. For me, Kobe Mainu is definitely a B. That's where I would start him. That's where I would put the bar, because the way Kobe Mainu is just taken off the pitch reflected upon us capitulating, because that's the
Yes.
word I would use
Mhm.
for us. When he was there, the midfield absolutely looked solid. The moment he was taken
Yeah,
off, uh, and Ericsson was put in his positions, the sad part is Ericsson's far more experienced, and he's obviously, an like a senior player than Kobe Mainu, but he could not fill Kobe Mainu's shoes.
yeah.
That's what we are. So Kobe for me is a B in my opinion. Uh, if a senior player who's played at multiple clubs can't fill your shoes and you just came off the academy, so you must be doing something right. Kobe was absolutely controlling for the first half. Kobe was pretty much integral in every move. He was there, he was running, he was getting the ball, and controlling takes a lot out of you as well when you're trying to do that in the game. So I think that was one of the reasons why he was taken off, because you have to manage his minutes as well. Do you want him to be injured as well? No.
Yeah.
So you want him there for the final as well, and I think Kobe did well.
No, that's I cannot disagree with anything you've said about Kobe there. Like 100%. Like
One last thing
uh
I would say, bots, if he continues on this trajectory, there's another Kobe that the world is proud of. He sadly passed away, rest in peace to him, but we might have the other Kobe in our team now.
Kobe, the legacy lives on. Yes, for real, for real. Yeah, yeah. Manj, anything to add up on Kobe? Because I think like you're gonna agree with us with what Ronald has said as well. You know what? Anything you want to say about him before we move on to the captain?
All great points. Can't disagree with any of them. Let's move on.
All right, all right, all right.
See,
Let's move on.
a level-headed fan would never disagree with me, but someone who just wants to moan and shout about things,
You're right
he would
here, man.
disagree with me. So
Oh gosh, no, 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 no. We're allowed to have difference of opinion. That's what this whole forum is about. So, I hear it. I hear it. Okay, so Bruno gets a C from Imran Khan. A C. Captain Bruno, who provided the assist for Maguire's goal, who provided a very calm penalty shot. He hit the post after Ahmad Diallo laid off the ball for him. He nearly also scored a worldie before the 90th minute mark. Come on, Imran. Come on. Bruno
can I
gets
make
it.
the case?
Go ahead. Rebut it, bro. What are you going to say?
For me, Bruno did not put a foot wrong. For me, Bruno was
Don't
I
you
would
just
love to
suppose?
give him an A. I would love to give him an A, but at the end of the
No,
day, I can't. I can't. So it has
B.
to be a B plus, in my
Oh.
opinion. The reasons: he
oh,
scored the goal, which was a mistake from Rashford. Let's not forget, but he
let's
made
do
the
it.
most of that mistake.
Thank you.
That
Thank
is
you.
not that is
That
not
third
an
goal.
easy that is not an easy finish. I haven't
Yeah.
seen a lot of players do that. I have seen our own striker miss a similar chance in the same game. A striker who is
Yes.
supposed to be hitting that has missed it. However, Bruno made the most of the simplest opportunity he got, which was not an assist from Rashford by any far. He actually got the goal, scored the goal. He hit the bar twice, not just once. It was twice, I believe, in the game in itself.
That's,
The the
oh, I,
ca- uh, the assist was sublime. It was a good ball in. Bruno is always known for not putting in the right corner kicks, but this one he got it right. So you do have to credit him at the times that he actually does it right. Correct. And good leader as well. Came on, took a good pen, rattled their goalkeeper with his trash talk by the end of it, because he asked him to calm down because you're doing too much. And
mm,
that's what exactly the captain does. And his demeanor after the game was also accurate for the same reasons. Like, he
Yeah,
did not
you know
celebrate the
what?
win. He was embarrassed. Like every one of us was embarrassed because we should not be in such a position. So, from all the things that went wrong, I think this one went right.
I hear it. I hear it. And you know what? I'm going through the details of the shot map, and I'm looking for the second post that he hit, but I can't find it. I know he hit it in the 94th minute,
I
and I
think, yeah, I
can't.
think that one maybe might have gone on the side, or it might have hit. I'm not too sure, but I did see one of
Yeah,
the shots
yeah.
going
I know the
towards
ball
the
you're
goal.
talking about. It nearly hit the post. It had
Oh,
a
got it,
dip,
got it.
but it
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have
So,
the grip.
yeah, so that
Yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
Okay, so let me just change it to hit the ball once, okay, not twice, but yeah, I totally agree with that point as well, and to be honest, that third goal that we scored, it was some improvising that Bruno did, and he deserves it. He deserves to be applauded for that. Manj, anything else on Bruno? I think we covered all the Bruno points. Honestly, like
I,
I
I just don't want to waffle, man. Let's just keep it moving.
yeah. Okay, okay. Bruno B,
Wait, do you
and
disagree with me, Manj? Like in
No,
what I said?
no, all valid points. I agree with all what you're saying. It's a fair argument.
Only one person is disliking everything I say, though. I don't know.
well,
This,
I
yeah,
disagreed with your hitting twice. I looked, I fact checked, and it was just he hit the post once, but it's hitting the post. Who cares? It's
Oh,
like a
Drex
small
also
thing.
said, "Why am I seeing BS?" Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh wow,
He's why am I seeing bees, not BS. Rex is not that
that's
kind of
funny though.
person. That's a comment you
Wow.
expect from Mark, not Drex. You
That'd be
know
capitals BS. You know what I'm saying?
exactly, exactly,
Got it.
exactly.
Got it. Well, the Bs
Uh,
are for individual performance. I hope everyone knows that we're not doing this on a team performance, but individual
Yeah.
performance in itself.
yes, yes. Okay, we definitely convinced Imran Khan. He had given him a C. He had given Bruno a C, and he went for a B. Box says our best player gets a C plus. Box is also a harsh grader. He's more on the never miss Rob type of grading, but like he says, our best player gets a C plus. But anyway, all right. This whole grade, Drex, this whole grade is an F, says never miss Rob. All right, all right, all right. Let's keep going with Marcus Ice Spice. Munch.
Marcus Ghostford, man. He faded. He did it right in the first half. Faded second half, man.
Ghostford. Oh gosh. I just, if he's not gonna show up versus Coventry, when is he gonna show up? You know,
In
that's
Belfast.
for me. If we're talking about Fs, this is a guy for me. I would give an F because honestly, everything was just more or less selfish, more or less like what I don't know if he's just like, hey guys, I'm here to do my job, to do my thing. I don't know about the team. I'm just gonna do my own thing, and it seems like he's got that individualistic mentality that Ronaldo's calling out a little bit about Maguire. So it's simply an F for me, unless somebody else thinks otherwise.
I do think otherwise. It should be an F
Okay.
minus.
Oh my God!
Deadwood.
All right, let's leave it there. E for empty performance says R10. Casper the influence goes Marcus. And the thing about it, Drex says an F as well. Vegeta says an F. This is the thing. This is the thing. He the whole thing about like, if you doubt me, what is it? What is Marcus's quote again? I actually thought about it the other day. He says, "If you doubt me, great. If you beg me, great. But if you doubt me, even better."
Is he in
What?
WWE? What is going on here?
Oh man, what is? If you back me, good. If you doubt me, even better. Marcus, we are starting to even doubt you more. Matter of fact,
Yeah,
not starting.
but what did he
This
think? He thought that if he would limp off, we would be gracious to him.
he,
Limping off
yeah, right,
only works with
yeah.
limping off only works with Saka. It doesn't work with anyone else.
I was going to
Bots,
say that. Yeah.
I would request you if you could make that F to be bold. I would like it to be bold as well.
a bold F.
Marcus
Yeah, that's the
Rashford.
thing. He's like, give me the smoke. He's gonna get a
No,
big
because
F.
I
There
have
we
this agenda now. I'll be honest with you. I don't do agendas as such. I
go.
might start one, but I would always listen. If I'm wrong, I would accept it. But
Yeah,
if you want to move forward and if you want to keep people like Omo happy, you have to move away from Rashford. It's got nothing to do with the manager. If your left foot, which is working, does not want to move, then what can you do?
Yeah.
Bots, you just went on mute. If it's just me or
oh, that's the
He went
story. I
quiet on
muted.
Marcus Rashford.
Yeah,
were
because
you calling Marcus Rashford?
I didn't want it to be audible. But here's the thing. So I try to be balanced and be like,
Mm.
hey, mental health is a real thing because it is a real thing. But then we also have to judge a player based on his performances. You're a football player where the fans of the club that you're playing for. And if you're not delivering the goods, bro, you're not delivering the goods. So I honestly think Marcus, he's a 007 agent who is ready for a new challenge. He needs to just go ahead and seek a new excitement because at Man United things are not right. Vegeta gave him a G for get out of here.
Get out of here, man.
All right,
I,
all
I
right.
I'll be honest. The only thing I was happy about, apart from the fact that we have somehow scraped a win. I was embarrassed about it, but still, at the end of the day, you win. I was happy about the fact that there was Joe Glazer, that person sitting there, and even Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
Cliff. Yeah.
I'm sure they would actually see that, and they would just they would actually see it and be like, this is what we're paying 350 for. And they've been paying him the highest money for time. Yeah, I understand commercial value, but
Nah,
and I
nah.
would just request bots, if you can add a column right beside grade, add another
Yeah,
column saying Omo grade, so we can just see Omo's grades over there
OMG.
exactly.
whenever he joins in, since he said proper grades.
Omo says he'll join us. We'll be here. We'll be here, Omo. I'll send you the link in a moment. Big up to men like Auntie Chelsea in the building. New member of the family. Shout out to you. Thank you for subscribing. But he says you are lucky as hell against Coventry. Come on, you Gooners today and F Chelsea. Okay. All right. All right. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button. Guys, we have more people that just joined us, like 16 people on YouTube right now. Make sure you hit the like button. You are so welcome in these parts of the streets. And yeah, let's talk about Rasmus Højlund. Let's keep the conversation moving on. All right. Rasmus Højlund, the guy who scored the penalty to send us into the FA Cup final. I feel like it's a dagger to give this one to Manj. Let's go to you,
No,
Ronald. What are you saying?
I'll take the ball and run with it.
Okay, take it, bro. Take it, take it. What are you saying about Rasmus Højlund? How did he?
Hasn't scored in 5 matches for United now, I think. He's been he hasn't really recovered from injury yet. He scored a winning penalty. I give him that. But what's the lowest grade that we can give him on the thing today? I got C minus again. I think.
Okay, okay.
What you might
C
say?
minus. I'm not mad at a C minus because this is the thing. A person who doesn't get a lot of service, like how you gonna judge him? Like his judgment should be on like, bro, you were offered dinner 2 3 times and you said no. Like, you know what I mean? And or you like, look at Darwin Nunes when he gets his chances and how he misses them, and look at Hoyland. Hoyland barely gets like a quarter of the chances. So I think a C minus is justifiable for Hoyland, from my opinion. Ronald, do
Yeah.
you agree or disagree?
I'll be honest with you. I do see what you guys are saying, but it's just that I want to be harsh on him from the very
Yeah, run it.
beginning, because he got opportunities. He did not make the most of it. The
Hmm.
one that he actually got
Remind
to
me,
win
sir.
us the game before the 90-minute mark, where Bruno laid off the ball to him, and he was in the final third. He could have just taken a good shot, but he fumbled that one. And I feel personally that the goals McTominay is scoring, he should be there in those positions. Those are his goals. Those are like, would Zlatan allow anyone to be near him?
But no, the goal McTominay scored is because he was not marked. He's making a run from deep, and Hoyland is already holding off a center back or two, bro. Come on, tell
So
me.
that's what I'm saying, that the roles should be reversed. McTominay should be holding that, center back in a certain position,
And
and
Hoyland
Rashford,
play false nine.
Rasmus should be the guy, yeah, the gunman to just go ahead and slot everything in, because his shooting capabilities are absolutely immaculate. He is good at
Yeah,
it. So
yeah.
yeah, so he is actually good at it, and a lot of times what I really want to see next season is obviously McTominay not there, because what McTominay does is he actually eats Hoyland's lines and spaces, just because he's making those final runs. If you remember, there was a pass that went in from, I don't know who, maybe actually maybe from Bruno or someone. I think Rashford. Someone made that pass, and I saw two people jump in the same stead in the same way. It was McTominay and Hoyland. McTominay was just ahead of Hoyland, and it was like, if someone misses, then So I just feel like he would get a C, but I definitely feel he would improve in the upcoming years
Okay. Okay. A
once we
C.
change. Yeah, yeah. I'm not changing the score. I'll be happy with the C.
All right. All right. I was like, where's Ronald gonna take this one? I
No,
think
no,
like
no, no,
he did.
no. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that he can do a lot better than what he's doing
Yeah.
right now, but in the right system. I think our system is not benefiting to him. At the same time, I feel if he had someone like Saka or Martinelli playing on the left and the right, he would score more goals, because those guys actually provide for the striker, unlike our wingers who don't really provide for the striker.
Yeah, he needs wingers that understand wing play and are not selfish per se. Well, if you look at the shot map, all I'm seeing is Ganacho shot, Rashford shot. Like, guys, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Let me bring it up so you guys see just
Bots,
for a
before you
quick.
go, I've got to take this phone call real quick. Family calling. It might take a couple of hours.
Oh,
So
go ahead. Brother.
I
Go
got
ahead.
to
Go ahead.
I got to bounce on it. Big up to Ronald, Bots, and the chat. I'll see you guys next time, yeah?
Big up to
Thank
yourself,
you,
bro.
man.
See
Big
you
up
later.
yourself. Okay. Yeah, like the short map is all just like Ganacho, Rashford, Anthony. It's bro. I don't even want to make that point too redundant, but it's just exactly what you're saying, Ronald. So I'm just gonna go ahead and say, all right, C for Hoyland feels justifiable. Let me see if anybody in the comments differs, except the professor. Arten says C.
Oh, is
Um,
that how it is? Next time I'll change my name to something else, like Master Ronald.
Ah,
So Dobie can call
PhD
me
Ronald.
Master.
No, he's rebranded himself to Professor Omo Solo, ever
Yeah,
since
do one.
he's been giving lectures. Ever since, you know what I mean? All right. D, he was also on the page, says Vegeta. Vegeta is not impressed and he's going to give Hoyland a D. Okay. Neil says C, feel sorry for him, no service again. How are you going to make a phone call if you don't have service? You know what I'm saying, Neil? I know that cannot happen, Ronald. There's a reason McTominay is a box to box. He says
Yeah,
Drex
he should
disagrees
not
with
be in the
you.
team though, but that's okay.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Alejandro Ganacho. So Ganacho, wha- I'm undecided on Ganacho. So he had an early chance that he missed. But this is the thing, Ganacho. It's not by coincidence that versus Chelsea we were up, and then when Garnacho gets substituted, we end up conceding. Versus Liverpool, same story. Like the defensive contribution that Garnacho has, in general, like barring the previous game versus Bournemouth, like he is actually contributing a lot to Ten Hag's play and how he's setting up the team, and his defensive work sometimes goes like whatever. What's the word? It goes. It's
Unnoticed.
not That's the word. Thank you, Ronald. Thank you for the assist. So it's like his presence is important, and I think like he was constantly trying to do things, and he gave Coventry something to think about. What's his name? Bidwell, I believe that's the left back for Coventry. he was not having a good game, and partially it's because of Alejandro Garnacho. And I think, you know, even though he didn't find himself on the score sheet, he did well. He did well. He could do better, but I feel like his performance was more of a C minus type of performance. I don't know. Do you agree or disagree, Ronald?
No, I would just go with the chat. I would go with a D because,
D,
yeah, a D was
D,
fine.
D for Ganacho, D from Neil Driscoll. R10 is so nice today and says a B. We don't need Nacho to carry the team at the moment. But R10, based on that performance though versus Coventry, it's like he just like Kobe Maino. When he left, you could tell there's a difference. We're missing an important player, and he is carrying the team in some ways. So that's why I feel like a C minus is more or less a good middle ground. You're saying B, four people are saying D, and it's looking like it's gonna be a C minus or D, huh? If the majority rules here, all right, it's a D. We can't give a D plus, but D. All right, he did well, tried things, and yeah, he's a young lad. Let's not forget, Ganacho is still young, guys, even though he's getting senior player minutes. Any subs that are worth mentioning, Ronald? In a positive way. Any
No,
subs that
no,
deserve a grade?
no, no.
Get out right here, man.
All of them. Okay, so we're gonna
Anthony was so stupid. I'm not gonna comment on his
ask that
cupping
in a
ears
positive
and
way.
this that. I don't care. He can do whatever, bro. If he felt that people were like the opponents were not respecting the team, and he had to do that, he had to do that. It's up to him. Fine, no
Yeah,
problem. He's actually come out with a statement clarifying for all the Sancho lovers crying right now
yeah, we read
why
it
he did
out.
what he did, right? So
Yeah.
that's done now, right? However, what I hated about Anthony was, and I would go with an E or an F, is because I remember he made a run. He got the ball. He was there around the 35, 30 yards. He went left, and Delo made the perfect run on the right side. He could have just given the ball to him. Delo would have crossed it in the box. We would have done something. What he does is he actually takes a shot and he just hits two players. They go on the counter and they score the goal.
Hear it. I hear it. I
So for
hear
that reason
it.
alone,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh wow, why don't we have McTominay in there?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. We missed. I knew because like we had Kambwala and I took out Kambwala out, but Casemiro was playing next to Maguire, and I was like, where is the other player? Sorry. Mac Sauce for scoring the goal. Good goal, right? What else can we say about McTominay's performance other than the good goal?
That is it. Just
Come
put
on, really?
yeah, bro.
Ah, double-digit goals in this first time in his career, like at Man United, I think.
Oh wow, is
In
that
all
is that oh
competitions.
wow, okay. All of a sudden, brand new, okay.
Bro, these are the things that you and Neil need to sit down and take in some of the positives that are happening.
You
I
you know your
know,
you know your stream is about to get super toxic in just
I
five
know,
ten
I
minutes.
know.
So
So let's
yeah,
get all the
take
positivity out the way.
whatever you can get right now, okay? Because
Let's
then
get
you'll
all
have to go watch a comedy movie to rise yourself up. Maybe a Kevin Hart show or something. I don't know. But McTominay, even after the goal, see the thing is that Maguire, Bruno, other players, they did something. McTominay was
yeah.
just a headless chicken running. That's it. That's what he was.
Okay,
So
all right. Master
C,
Ronald says
D, whatever. I don't care.
McTominay, I'm gonna give him a C minus. I feel like just giving him a D would be a little bit D for disrespectful because like he got the goal. He followed instructions. He was there
Yeah,
for the champion, and of course that was
good
the
goal
only
as
thing
well.
that you say what?
Good goal as well.
And good goal, yeah, good goal as well. So it's not all just bashing him. It's trying to look at it in a balanced way. But he still gives the ball away. He still sometimes hides from the ball. So yeah, C minus is
But
a
if
warranted grade.
if a man is on a mission without a purpose, then what is he doing? He's just there, isn't he?
He's got the man. I'm gonna say on the subs, I have to say notable mention to Ahmad, even though it wasn't necessarily like had Bruno converted that chance that Ahmad created, then Ahmad would have been like, all right, I see your impact. But I'm gonna give him a little bit of a higher grade or an honorable mention compared to say Omari Forson, who also came in for McTominay. You
Wait,
know,
I'm just confused. Drex, what grade do you want to correct? Which one is wrong in your opinion?
Drex and Omo wanna correct some grades, so this is the
Omo, I
opportunity,
know he
guys.
just wants to go with F. Omo, I know he wants to go with an F for everyone, but I just fail to understand what is with Drex.
All right, all right. Well, here I might get a C plus off at the outlet for carrying the ball up the field. Yes, 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 yes. McTominay, it is what it is without McTominay. Scotty too
I think
hot. He
with
gets a
McTominay.
C. Okay. Ahmad gets a B from Neil. Okay, a B. So Ahmad did better than Hoyland. Ahmad did better than oh, wow. Okay. Okay. A B. Ahmad's performance is on par with Dallo and Maguire, according to Neil Driscoll. What let me put this link in the chat right now. So Drex and or Yale, please, please, please.
You might just want to put in my because I'll be dropping off in a few minutes. You might just want to put
Okay.
in my Eric Ten Hag one
All right.
before Amad Diallo, because Amad Diallo I would agree with a B, whatever. But Eric Ten Hag for me, uh, yeah, Eric Ten Hag for me is an F. He failed. He failed the
Excuse
task.
me. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, he failed the task.
It's a results-based business. He get the result?
Again, at the end of the day, when you watch a movie, you watch the whole movie, not just the end, right? So, watching the whole match, there were some decisions he got wrong, and because of those wrong decisions, you have to hold. So, you know what? Not an F, but go with an E for Eric Ten Hag, because he got those two decisions wrong, bro.
Ronald,
Like,
Eric Ten Hag is in back-to-back finals in the FA
yeah, I
Cup. You're gonna
I
give him an
know, I know, but that's the whole thing that again. I'm just gonna put the E in there for not for believing in these players. These players are not gonna help you, bro. Stop believing in the staff.
So
Stop believing in
what
the
did he
players.
need to do? What did he need to do to get a higher grade? Just tell me. All five,
Play
all
play
five.
play Minu just for a few more minutes, and I'll be honest with you, I fail to understand how Rashford played the minutes he played. Right at the time, this 50th minute mark or 60th, Rashford should have been off. We should have moved Garnacho to the left. If not playing Garnacho, move Anthony to the left and played
Ronald,
Amad
you
Diallo
were
on the
part
right.
of the walk along, Ronald, when
Yeah.
you were praising the team and how we were playing at the beginning of the
I
match.
know,
Don't
and
you?
that's what I said, and that's what I'm saying. You started the match strong, you did well, but then you
So,
dropped
okay,
off.
game plan was strong. All right, one. Let's mark him positive on that. And then you did
Okay.
well on what you were about to say.
So he started well. That's the only
Line
good
up,
thing, you
good.
know.
Two things.
Lineup was like, you had no other choice with the lineup, right?
Yeah.
Uh the third thing I would say is which one was that one? He actually got one more thing right. Yeah, the Delo goal. He actually spoke to Delo before that goal happened. So that was a good
Three
point as
things.
well.
Three
Yeah, three
positive
things
things.
he did well. Then
Guess how
second
many
half
negative
started.
things?
Then second half started. He took off Garnacho. One mistake. He took off Mainu. The second mistake. I know what you're about to say, but he took off Garnacho. He took off Mainu, and then he played Rashford for more minutes than he deserved.
Okay,
He
let's
played
see
Rashford.
what time did the Ganacho substitution happen?
Go on.
What time did the Maino substitution happen?
Please check.
Let's be really fair. Come on, Ronald. I know. In
Please check.
hindsight, okay, all right. So Ganacho was on off for Anthony on the 66th minute. You want him to play? He's approaching 70th minute.
Yeah.
When should you take out Ganacho? A
See,
tired, overplayed Ganacho all season. Haven't you said
no.
yourself that Ganacho is being
Yeah,
overplayed?
yeah, yeah. 75th minute. Could have played 9 more minutes. He's a young lad. Could have played
Bro,
9 more minutes. See, the
you're
thing is,
being
the funny part is, Garnacho
yeah.
was taken off for precautionary reasons, right? But Rashford is the one
Okay.
who's injured now. Garnacho is
So
still fit to
okay,
play this game
okay.
again.
On that token, Christian Eriksen comes in for Kobe Maino, 72nd minute.
Oh yeah, that's
3
when did we
minutes away
start?
from the time when you said he should. So because he substituted somebody like 3 minutes before the time, that bro, you're being harsh. You're being
No,
extremely
but
harsh,
it is what it is.
unnecessarily, unreasonably harsh on
At the end
Ten
of the
Hag.
day, it
For the
is what it
three
is.
things you
Those
applauded him for, Ronald.
Yeah, I applauded him for three things, and I discredited him for three things as well. Because I know I'm being harsh, but at the end of the day, you have to understand that these guys are not your guys. These are not going to help you. Okay, if you're bringing in Casemiro, right? What I would have done is I would have appreciated him if he would have actually brought Bruno back and moved Ericsson up as a 10. Can Ericsson not play as a 10? He played that at Tottenham, no?
He did. He did.
So you could have made that. You could have made that, and what that would have done is that would have given legs in the midfield, which was needed with McTominay, a bozo running around just like a headless chicken.
Hindsight is a hell of a mofo, you know. Here's the
Rashford
thing.
could have been taken off. Why was not
Rashford
Rashford taken
could have
off?
been Look, look. The subs were
Okay,
not
so
a mistake.
you told me. Okay, hold on, bots. You told me
Yeah.
those two subs were not a mistake. When did we start conceding goals? Remind me.
As soon as the subs, we considered that the first goal Sims around the 71st minute or something like that.
Exactly
So,
my point.
I
The
mean, this
subs
is like
changed the game altogether. If you're taking off Garnacho, fair enough. You brought on, I think he brought on Amad Diallo instead of Garnacho, no? Or did he bring in Anthony?
instead of Ganacho, it was Anthony. Yeah,
Yeah. So
Anthony
at
came.
the same time, if you're taking that guy off, take Rashford off, bring in Amad Diallo. That was your moment. That is where, if you would have done that, those are two guys. Then you give them
So you're just
instructions.
mad he kept Rashford on. You're not mad at the fact that he's actually trying a long term thing for Ganacho's work. Ganacho's workload. He's managing Kobe Maino's workload, and you're just mad at the fact that he didn't take out Marcus Rashford. That's the main reason. And it's three positive things versus one negative thing, by the way, just to remind you.
No, I know what you're talking about, but at the end of the day, uh, these things are what really matters. Yeah, and I know, Joe, I know we were winning comfortably, and we should actually go ahead and rest our stars and bring in the kids, but we're not at that position to do that. We're not in that comfortable position to do that, and that kind of showed us because the moment we took those two guys off, our game entirely changed. So I'm not trying to be harsh and say that because I know the guy who's going to come in next, he's going to tell you that was a Z from Eric Ten Hag. Sack him tomorrow. Or why has he not sacked yet? I'm not being that harsh, but I'm just telling you how it is that sometimes you need to go ahead and look for more options. Just
All right.
switching, even the switch up. Do you disagree, bots? Before that guy comes in, do you disagree?
I disagree with the fact that, bro, you are being just hanging on to just one player being on the pitch that
Not
was
just that
not
one
doing well.
player.
I
The switch up
agree.
between Bruno and Ericsson.
Switch up between Bruno and Ericsson, sure, that could have been something also that could have been done. Yeah. So it's like two tactical tweaks versus three positive things that he did. Like that for me, still the positives outweigh the negative from Ten Hag's point of view in this game versus Coventry. This is not about the
For
rest of the
me,
season.
Kobe Mino, Kobe Mino is not injured. Touchwood, even right now, right? He's not. I don't think he's injured. He could have just seen it out to, like, maybe few more minutes.
Didn't
That
Ten
takes
Hag
a
keep
long way.
last season? Don't you remember last season, Ronald? Our midfield, right? We had a midfield of uh, Bruno, Casemiro, and Ericsson. That was Ten Hag's main three, and then Ericsson gets injured in an unnecessary cup game because he's played on for too long. Do you want the same thing to happen to Maino?
Oh,
Somebody with
absolutely
a
not.
slight tackle,
Absolutely
a
not.
Coventry
But then
player that does
there is a
damn.
difference between the two. There's a difference between one has a pacemaker and one just has pace.
No, but that's not about pacemaker. You saw the slide tackle from that ex-Liverpool player, bro, that took out Christian Eriksen. Do you want the same thing to happen to Maino?
Oh, obviously not. Menu is very integral for us. But
Yeah, you understand, like
last season
May.
what was helping us was Lisandro Martinez trying to come closer to the midfield. This season we don't have that covering.
So my question to you is that, bro, you know that these guys are getting knocked out of this competition. A red card means nothing to them, and you want to risk Kobe Maino getting a slide tackle that's going to probably take him out for the rest of the season. I think Ten Hag was doing the right
Fair
thing
enough.
taking.
I understand. See, what you're doing right now, bots, you're trying to say the negative and the positives are equal. It's not a balance sheet.
No, the
Yeah.
positives outweigh the negatives.
No, it
You're
does
not
not.
even hearing me, bro.
It does
The
not.
positives
Do
outweigh the
you think
negatives.
keeping Rashford for the 90th minute mark was a positive? Was not a negative detrimental to the game? That
It was a
that in
negative.
itself,
It's
that
out
in
of the two
itself,
negatives we just counted, bro.
that in itself is equivalent to 5 negative points. That 1 point has the value or weight of 5 negative points. If you don't get that, listen to the next speakers that are going to come in, because I have to drop
All right.
for work. But listen to the next people who are going to come in; they will tell you the same, and maybe harsher.
Okay. Okay. Let's talking about the next speakers. Let's bring in the admiral in before the professor comes and speaks. Let's bring Drex into this
Can you hear me?
conversation.
Yeah, can
Yes,
you hear me?
sir.
Right there,
Yes.
Eric Ten Hag is a D. Right there, straight up, is
Okay.
a D. Okay, let me
Instead
tell
of
you what. Let
instead
me.
of an E, why is Ten Hag a D?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you that now. Right, you started the game, 3 goals up. Yeah, you made the substitution, right call. But you should be just the same way you galvanized or you made an input for the first goal. You should be telling these guys to keep it calm, to keep the ball calm, because we were three. When it became 3-1. There's
Mhm.
an echo somewhere. I don't know where it is, but when we became 3-1,
Yeah.
I was expecting the manager to make some move. It was obvious Casemiro was done at center back. It was obvious that the midfield, like you said, wasn't balanced.
So
Right?
who should he bring in then?
No,
If
I'm saying,
Casemiro is
I'm saying,
having a bad, you saw
but
our
he
bench.
did not balance the midfield. Send Bruno. You've done it before in previous games. Send Bruno back into deep and put what's his name, um the Ericsson at 10. Right? You
Okay,
put you
okay.
put
Same
put
point that Ronald made.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Take
That's one
take
negative.
take
The second
Rashford
negative is keeping
take
Rashford off.
Rashford off to
Okay.
balance the game. The guy did not balance. See, for me, the players had the big share in this one, but he did not. He was still trying to push them for the killer goal. You don't need the killer goal at that point in time. You don't need the killer goal at that point in time. You need the people to hold on to the ball. Let Coventry do the running. Hold on to the ball. Let Coventry. We were giving. See, the reason why they shot at the second goal got deflected. We lost the ball. We are not the players, and this is something that we've been seeing so far this season. The players, they rush everything. What is there? No, what is there to actually keep against Chelsea? We saw it. We They got the equalizer. All of a sudden, the players were rushing to go get back. Why are you doing that? They were losing the ball. This gave Coventry the impetus to actually say, okay, you know what? Let's get at them. Their manager changed the formation, right? And it was more like they were slicing through us. So where was the compartment in the midfield? It was too lightweight. It was too open, and this has been the problem. And for me, I didn't say it was bad. All of like that. When I see all these B's, I'm like, okay, if the manager is going to get D, why am I seeing players with B's? Like, it doesn't make sense. They let the go. They let the game go to that point as much as the manager. And for me, it's even solely on them. 60 on the players, 40 on the manager, right? So for me, the manager should have at least make them. He has done it before. He's dropped Bruno to the deep. Put, even if you want to put Bruno and Kessim and Ericsson at the deep, let McTominay, because you have Anthony and Ahmad, right? You have what's his name? You even have the Rashford that you kept on until you brought Ahmad. Let Bruno and Ericsson come on the deep. McTominay, we know he has an eye for goal. Let McTominay do his stupidness up front. But you have a way of protect, because let's not kid ourselves. Casemiro is not a centre back. Maguire is slow. Casemiro as well is slow. So you have to protect those two guys, whichever way you want to do it. And the manager didn't do that, in my opinion. The way he set them up was like, you know what, go get me the fourth goal. I know it's 3-1, but you could still get the fourth goal. And when players were doing the old selfish football, he didn't call it to order. They kept doing it. And I didn't know why they were doing it, bro. 3-1, you still had the game in your hand. You're on mute, bro.
Ten Hag needs a camera, a dugout camera, so that you see actually. So Drex, I don't know which broadcasting service you are using to watch the game, but that when I watched the game, you see, for me, I had the privilege of watching it again yesterday because, as you know, I was in and off the game. So on Sunday, so when I watched it, calm, knowing that we're through to the final, I actually was like, wait, Ten Hag is actually shouting a lot more than we notice. He was like, you can see the veins here, bro. He was trying to like, that's why, like, who said this? Lutata says no instructions. No, the instructions were there, Lutata. They were there. He was shouting them out. Now, is it he can't get on the pitch? You
Bro,
want him to change his loafers and wear like
you
boots
keep
and,
shouting
and,
out,
and,
right?
and get on with his suit?
You
Like,
keep
bro,
shouting.
you
Can you
can't
hear me?
play. You can't tell them how to play if they're not listening how to play. This
I
is literally like,
understand.
I know it because I was not doing a watch along. I was watching it calm, chilling,
I
knowing like what's
understand,
through
bro.
the final. And
I
I test.
understand.
I've shouted at him before, being like, Ten Hag, give the
Scream,
players
scream,
more
yeah.
instructions. He's actually trying to do it, and he deserves a dugout camera so that we see and we stop this narrative.
Okay.
By the way, I'm not even a Ten Hag inner, and I'm seeing what the man is trying
I
to shout at the.
understand you,
No,
bro. I understand you, but when you're giving your instructions and um you have players like Marcus Rashford that would just apparently disregard your instructions. What you should be taking the bold step and taking him off. When take McTominay, the goal away from McTominay. What did he offer us? What did he offer? Take the goal
yeah,
away
no,
from McTominay.
he
What
was
did
playing hide and seek for sure,
so
for
so
sure.
where is the manager? Where's the manager's decision? Because if you can see it and I can see it, surely the manager
So
can see it.
if he takes out McTominay, who does he bring in? Who would
Bro,
you, as Drex, if
at
you're in the
that
dugout, who
at
would you
that
bring in?
point in time, if you want to take out McTominay, I would have even given what's his name, the Kobe, an extra 10. Put Ericsson at the 10. McTominay is not doing anything for you. Or if you want to make it easy, take the McTominay off. You are
What?
three. Wait now, listen.
Amrabat is not there. He's
I
injured. Who
know.
are you putting on? That's my
Take
question.
McTominay off, bring Oguneye as the centre back, let Casemiro go back into his centre position, and put Bruno or put
You
Ericsson at the
hear
10.
yourself, Drex.
I
You
said,
want to bring somebody who has three pubic hairs. He's 18 years old, bro.
bro, but he's on the bench. If you're good enough, that's the manager's words. If you're good enough, I mean, if you're
But
old enough,
yes, he doesn't even played. Have you seen Ogune at
okay,
Carrington? Have you
okay.
seen him at Enfield?
I
Now we're
haven't.
in Wembley, bro.
Oh my days, bro.
Come on, Drex.
It's
Come on.
just
Let's be
see.
fair. Let's be
Okay.
fair.
Do you want to give him an A? You want to give him a B or a C?
No, no. I'm just saying
I'm
you're
just
just
telling you for
being
the game.
unreasonable. You're
No, no,
being
no.
too hard.
D is fair for me because he did
Okay. Oh,
like
okay, okay. Okay.
likewise the
If D
players
is
did not
fair,
manage the game.
okay, I can
They didn't
settle
manage
on
the
that one.
game.
I think like cool. D is
D, I didn't go
as
E, I
long
didn't
as
go F. I said D is fair for me because likewise the same way the players didn't manage the game. I feel like the manager didn't make the call for the players to actually manage the game. Because if you are taking Ganacho off and you see all the rubbish that Rashford was doing, and you made the same move that time to take Rashford off and send Anthony to the left and Ahmad to the right, I think we would have had the balance. because that chance that you're talking about Ahmad creating for Bruno, maybe we would have even seen more of that if he had more time. That's what I'm talking about. You can't
Okay.
say you're setting a discipline line for the team, but somebody by default is already above that line. He
Okay.
just crumbles
Okay.
all what you're trying to do.
That I can kind of agree with you. I want to bring in the professor to the conversation, but before I do so, guys, kindly hit the like button if you haven't done so. Shout out to the YouTube wife, Steffi Papi Jenkins. Shout out to you for being here. I am not in Botswana at the very moment. I am in Boston, but Botswana trip is happening sometime this year. Shout out to you for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, guys, this is the channel to subscribe to. ZA Ball or ZA Ball. Make sure you support the channel as well. Big up to Vegeta. He's always here. He's always here supporting. Kindly check out his content as well and give him a like. Joe Ken from Uganda says, for me, Eric Ten Hag is not good for Man United. How, my brother from Uganda? Kindly explain. Kindly explain. I want to hear it. I'm not disagreeing with you. I just want to know why you think that way. Big up to Peter Griffith in the building as well. All right. Too many managers have said that the players wouldn't play to instructions, says Steffi. All right. Let's bring in the professor.
Okay, I gotta run. I just wanted to
Thank
drop
you
that.
for
I gotta
being
run.
here, Drex. Thank you,
But you
thank
see,
you, thank
this
you.
a lot of
Any
this.
special mentions in the subs, by the way? Anybody
Uh,
that we missed?
I think Anthony. You don't Anthony flat F. He didn't do anything
Okay,
for
okay, all
me.
right.
Yeah, like I said, McTominay, take away McTominay's goal he's a D right there. So C minus is fair. So I agree with that one. Ganacho, I think
Okay.
I was a little bit harsh on Ganacho because I think the Rashford selfishness has been passed on to Ganacho. He needs to shake that off. Somebody needs to tell him that would hamper your game. That would just spoil your game. Because right now, if you want to do that, then you just would just hinder your game. So he needs to shake that off as well. I see a lot of selfish play. Bruno, for me, Bruno, Meno are the only Bs I could give. Dalot, no. See, Onana, no. See, I feel like Onana should have saved that first goal. If that was the day here, would have saved that first goal. Because there wasn't too much shot in that. The player was waiting for the ball. Onana had opportunity to see the guy, to know where the guy is going. It's not like he's going to send it to the second post. He's going to put it in front of you. And I feel like Onana didn't cover that. So, in my opinion, he should have maybe gotten it. So, his C is better for Onana. But like I said, the Bs are just too much for me. Bruno, Meno, and yeah, that's it. That's it for me. Maguire, C, yeah, that's it. But fair play to everybody that has given their grades as well. So it's not just my thing. It's a community thing. So we have to go with a lot. So yeah, fair play to
Have to
them.
go
Kudos
with
to
the
everybody.
majority
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
rules. Thank you so much, Admiral. Big up to you, my brother. Guys, D-Hub Sports, that's the name of the channel to check out if you want to check out Drex's content as well, by the way. Let's hear from the professor. By the way, Steffi, this time we've been married and you didn't know I'm from Botswana. We're gonna go to Africa. We're gonna go to Africa and I'm the king back there.
I'm
Like,
here now. The
all
the
right,
truth is here.
go.
All
Which
these
grade are you
grades
just
that I all
let's
these
go.
grades that I see here are nonsense. Like straight up
Why?
nonsense. Why?
Let
Earlier, I was saying that I would say, oh, the manager and the players. Weren't you everybody just complaining about the players, that the players is this, the players that, and now you want to give them a high grade? That don't make no sense to me. That don't make no sense. You see how easy it is for you people at flopping? I wasn't saying nothing. I was waiting for this day. Now all of you are out here give them highest grade, and you're saying the players this, the players this. Now you're giving them high grade. You're all giving them high grade. Let's start this nonsense over. Onana is a C. Onana is a C.
Okay. Why is Onana a C and not a B minus? Tell me why.
He
Why?
could have said he was a B minus. He could say oh B minus because of penalty, but no C. See, like look at the goals. Look at the first goal that you can see. The ball hit off his shin. The ball hit his shin pad. It didn't hit his foot. There was no power on it. Like what's wrong with you? The other two goals, I
Which
understand you couldn't
goal? The
see.
first one or
The
which
first
goal?
goal, the first goal, it hit off his
No, the first
shin.
goal was from Sims. Yeah, it was Sims's shin that he hit it to the bottom left corner, bro. It's in the bottom left. It's not even close to
Oh,
Onana. But
oh, okay, okay,
okay,
okay. Sure, you
let's
want to give
go.
me. Okay, the low is not a B. Why is it B? Because it gave him an assist, bro.
And
Look at that.
also, he
I told
defended Sims
Poppy, I told you it was a tale of two halves. The first half, these are the first half grades. All these grades are first half. All these grades are first half grades. What happened that second half?
with
What
you.
happened
I'm with you. I'm buying the argument.
in the
Why?
second
Why?
in the second half in the second half they were pressing us. When our back foot, we couldn't control the ball. They were in our half nonstop. They went from five in the back to four in the back in the second half, and they were just coming in and whooping in crosses. They were attacking us. And you see the problem when we attack us, we concede three goals. So what are we doing here? It's a tale of two halves, and there's also two extra time. All these grades are first half grades. The first half grades. I want so Dalo remove that B. That's the C. C, uh, that's a C. I mean, it's an ugly C.
Even a C plus. Not
Wabasaka
even.
D.
The thing is, I need actual evidence, bro. You're saying it. The B
Actually,
here comes out of two big points: the assist, and also he kept Sims quiet for the most part. Not the whole game, but for the
what's
most part.
they attacked down his wings. We remember that time the player ran past Casemiro. What was Wambasa, when was Dallo there? What was Dallo there? Doing some foolish overlap, then you're not gonna get the ball. I don't know why you overlap, you're not getting the ball. We're already winning 3-1. Why you still
But
pushing
we
high
got
up?
to go
All we
overlap.
all we had to do was control the ball. There's no control of the ball. We did that in the first half, second half, we threw it away. Did we not? We threw it away in the second half.
Yes, yes.
So when we throw away with all the players,
So now you're gonna blame Dallo for following instructions when we have the ball. Part of
oh, so now it's following the structure. So now the manager's putting the player in position to fail.
listen. Let me
Okay,
speak first. Now, Gila, I'll let you speak. Right? It is the manager's job to figure out what the rest defense is. When we have the ball, Dallo has proper instructions of, bro, you have to be overlapping. It had worked early in the game, and why you not gonna try and repeat it when we have possession of the ball? Because somebody else has to fill in the void. Somebody else has to take care of like what happens when Dallo is overlapping and then we lose the ball.
we
Is that
concede.
Dallo's fault or the manager's fault?
So are you trying to say it's the manager fault?
No,
Because
on
it
that
it
situation,
it
on the
it it
example
it
that
it
you're bringing
it
out,
it
bro,
it
that's
it
why
it
I'm
it
trying to
it
reason
it is the
on why
it is
Dallo's
the
performance
manager's fault.
is.
It is the manager's fault.
So you hear what you're saying? Dallo is asked to do what he's doing what he's been asked to do, and you have a problem with what Dallo's instruction was. He's saying he was doing some foolish overlap. And it was not a foolish overlap. It was an actual overlap that was, that got us a goal before. You know what I'm saying? Almost like it's
Yeah,
tough.
yes, I understand what you're saying. It got us the goal. It got us the goal before. Then
Yeah.
after he kept on doing it, the goals dried up, and when the goals dry up, they'll never. It wasn't even chance creation. It wasn't even chance creation. It was just overlap for nothing. Because again, you was not getting the ball. And again, this is why I said the tale of two halves. Everybody remember the first half. The second half is the key point. We were conceding goal. They were attacking us in that second half, and we couldn't do nothing about it. Part of
You
controlling the
make a
game.
strong case when you're like your grades are just first half grades, but I think C plus B minus is what Dallo should be, bro. Because like we're actually judging the player on how they performed in the whole game. Yes, we should take into consideration the fact that the second half and the whatever extra time, Dallo did not stand out. Maybe from B to B minus, but now when you're not making a strong case of why it should be a C, I'm scared. Who else do you have a problem with? Which grade do you have a problem
Unless
with?
you want Bissaka. Why's Maguire B?
He was one of the standout players for Manchester United. He got us the goal at a very important time, the halftime, the just before halftime. He also was dealing with Sims a lot. Not 100% all the time. Matter of fact, the goal that they score is Maguire trying to cover for Wan-Bissaka, right? There was a fullback that was obviously, maybe following instruction or whatever, but Maguire was also trying hard to cover for that position. And that's like one time where he fell short. But for the most part, you could say that his performance overall on both, even in extra time, he was one of the few Man United players that was actually trying to play, bro. Come on. You don't think you saw Maguire's efforts?
I said effort. I wasn't gonna say that. I just say why is it B?
Okay, okay. I thought I asked you which problem you have, and you said Maguire. Why is it a B? And I was just giving you a passionate explanation. But okay, who else do
Wait,
you have a problem?
why is McTominay a C minus? You see, there's an issue. You just get
But
you gave this man C minus for the why is the double digit goals there? Why is it there? It doesn't need to
but
be there.
it's the first time in his career he gets double digits. Almost. Come on.
You see, now you're giving participation trophy.
Okay, okay,
He
okay.
gets a
We'll remove
D.
that comment. We'll remove that.
He gets a D.
That's all he said. Okay.
Wait,
All
hold
right.
on.
We can agree on
Let's okay. What did he do after before he got the goal? What did he do afterwards? He minus the
nothing.
goal. What did he do afterwards?
Nothing.
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 And you give him a C
Disappeared.
minus. Give that man a D. Give that man a
Yeah.
D.
It's almost making a strong case of Professor for being a
What
man
did
of
he do?
emotions, which
Wait,
are
what
not
did
in.
he do after the goal? What did he do after the goal?
Not much. Not much. Not much.
Okay.
Not.
Okay, that answered your questions. That answered your question. And you still give him a C minus. Who has got a C minus? The same as Casemiro. Even Casemiro's a D. Well, Casemiro's a D. There's no if and no buts about it because you know he ain't no center back. Well, people are gonna say, "Oh, he picked out one or two passes and he did a slight tackling." Bro, he's a D. Like I don't know where we getting at.
Okay.
You
Okay.
scroll down.
Okay. Who else? Who else? Who else? That's why I concluded the stream. Who
Eric
else?
Ten Hag is an F. You, he's an F.
Why? Why? Why is it an F?
Oh, I'll tell you why. You are winning 3-0 and you decide to make subs. Your subs didn't work. Your subs didn't work. You took a risk on your sub and your subs didn't work. You took out the balance of the midfield. The midfield balance was Mino, Scott McTominay, Bruno Fernandez with the balance in midfield. You took out Kobe Mino to bring in Christian Eriksen. Nah. What's Eriksen gonna do with McTominay and Bruno? Nothing. He ain't gonna do nothing with that. So when he played bad, when he played bad when paired with McTominay, I'm not surprised. You put in position to fail. Now you put in Kobe Mino, Ericsson, and Bruno, that could survive longer. You bring Bruno to the back and make Amad Diallo a 10, that could have worked better. But instead you didn't do that. Also, Ganacho, you take off Ganacho first instead of Marcus Rashford first. Marcus Rashford did nothing throughout the whole game. He did nothing, and you still kept him on to play 90 minutes. Nah, no, you're not gonna get any grade for that. Marcus Rashford if you want to make sub, Marcus Rashford and Ganacho both came off at the same time for Anthony and Ahmad or Mari Forson. But that half-ass sub and kept him on. Nah, you get an F for that. You get an F for that. You kept him on and you put him in the and before that you put him in the starting lineup. That's why he gets an F. Because he was poor last game and the game before that he was been poor throughout this whole season. You're constantly playing him. That like you know what? That's like Poch playing fucking Nicholas Jackson. Are we gonna blame? Who you gonna blame? Nicholas Jackson or Poch? Because Poch is constantly playing week in, week out. It's same thing like our body is constantly playing Marcus Rashford day in, day out. He gets an F for that. He gets an F. Marcus Rashford?
Okay.
Are
All
you
right.
serious here?
Based on the Coventry game, this is not a season grade
No, no, no,
for.
no, no, no. This is based on commentary. You started Marcus Rashford. I know he wasn't gonna give a shit. I saw the game. You all watched the game. You watched the game over. I have watched the game over, and he still didn't give shit. My prediction: he was gonna do nothing. After when I saw the game, he still didn't do nothing. So he met my expectation of doing nothing, and the manager consistently plays him. And you want to say that? Oh, you took up Garnacho for injury reason. You took up Garnacho for injury reason, and so why did you start him then? Why did you start him? You took him off for injury reason. These are the issues here. That Marcus Rashford, you say, oh, Marcus Rashford came up because he was limping. So if he wasn't limping, you would have never taken him off. Why is this man still playing? He did nothing the whole first half. The second half, part of the sub, you didn't even take him off. Who did his first sub was Garnacho for Anthony. His first sub was Garnacho for Anthony at 66 minutes. Rashford
Yes.
played to a 90th minute for Amad Diallo. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Okay. No, that one I cannot defend, and a matter of fact, more than 100% agree with you. Several people have made those points before about, all right, midfield imbalance was wrong. Rashford shouldn't have been kept on for that long. Those are the two crimes that Eric Ten Hag committed in this game. Two.
Sir, there's one more crime.
What? Which one?
They scored at the what minute? What minute did they score their first goal? 70th minute.
71st.
They scored their first goal at the 70th minute. You decided
Second
to
goal,
take up Kobe.
79th minute.
You no, I'm talking about the first goal because the first goal is what matters. This what started down for this. They scored at 71st minute. You start to take up Kobe Minor for Christian Eriksen. So now your midfield is Eriksen, McTominay. Who could hold the ball in the midfield? In Eriksen, McTominay. Only
Obviously,
Eriksen. You need
obviously.
you. And this I said is a tale of two halves. A tale of two. In the first half, we were holding the ball properly, right? We were having fun with the ball, tiki taka. They couldn't do nothing to us because we were in control of the ball. Second half, they started pressing us, and you saw the issue and the liability of these players, and you decided to make the wrong substitution. And now when the score, we want to say the players, the players. You make wrong subs for your opponent to score. The end.
Okay.
And that's why
That
ETH get
point
an
is
F.
very tied to the midfield imbalance point that you're making. So it's like actually you're trying to stretch like 1 point into 2 points when it's like really one point, in my opinion, honestly.
1 plus 1 is 2.
No. And it's literally three great things that Ten Hag did in this match, and balancing that. So okay, so from a D it should be an F. Mamma mia. Okay. What a very imbalanced perspective you're having on him, bro. I want to ask you about the substitutions before we wrap up shop. Oh, we got somebody else on the background who also hopefully he doesn't change these grades again. Okay, but any subs that you want to mention real quick, Professor?
Let's see. Anthony did nothing. He gets an F. Erickson did nothing. He gets an F. I'm not surprised. Amad Diallo, good cameo. He gets a C. Omar Forson, he looked like he's playing with intention, so I'll give him a C as well. And that's it. Let the next person carry over.
Okay, thank you, Professor, for your input, for your lecture, and man, what a. Let me see if I can do this and see if I can bring in the one and only Mick Ruby in the building. Let's talk about this, Mick. You saw the grades. You heard some of the arguments. You heard things that were said, bro.
Did
Do
we
you disagree?
graduate?
Where are you, Mick?
Did we graduate? Did we pass?
No, the grades are not looking good. Nobody's passed here. Only it's just B's and
It's just
D's and
B's and
C's, C
D's.
minuses, Mick. You're
Yeah,
gonna have
I know.
to repeat the grade.
It's okay. It's okay. I agree with the grades. You know, it feels like still like it feels like a loss, but we have to pinch ourselves that we are actually in the final, and that's played 25th of May. So, yeah, you know, did you watch the press conference today? By the way, Ten Hag bites
Yes,
back. Yeah.
he came swinging. He came
Oh yes,
swinging.
he came. He came like Muhammad Ali. The opening question,
Yes.
Simon Stoney, he got it coming, 100%. Stoney's been there, like crapping on Eric every single time, asking two questions, gash questions, and he just went on him. Basically, you are embarrassment what he said for writing these articles. You know what I mean?
Finally, though, Eric Ten Hag shows a little bit of fight, a
Levi
little bit of like,
cojones,
yo,
yes,
don't mess with me. This is the
yeah.
side for me that I was looking for. Like
Mm.
So the comments, disgrace, disgrace.
I had so good. I had to play it twice. Sorry, I had to play that twice, Vic. So yeah, it was nice to see him say that and stand up for himself, and call
Yeah,
out
I
the
agree.
news.
I agree. We missed to
Yeah,
do the press conference. I basically came back from the dentist, a nightmare of a story. But like, you know what? It is what it is. The games come thick and fast, and we're playing tomorrow. So yeah, We still haven't got over this feeling of the FA Cup, like, some feeling disappointment. It's a disgrace. I agree. The players didn't, you can clearly see, just because they're good players, senior players on the pitch, doesn't mean they are the best players, right? So when 3-0 came in, like, he was looking to the bench and he was giving the instructions to the youngster from the academy to come in. And then the 3-1 came in and he said, you go sit down on the bench, right? So I think it's clear that they don't understand the instructions. So they don't have the mental strength together. Like, as soon as the first goal went in, they shit their pants and here we go again, right? So for me, don't matter. We done the play gradings. I mean, Hoyland scored a beautiful penalty, deciding Onana saved the penalty. Nobody celebrated with Hoyland except Eriksson and Hoyland. The rest were hanging their head in shame. And apparently, he ripped their heads off in the dressing room. So he
He
knows what the
should.
problem is. He should. He gave them the hairdryer. And for me, it's more about the players than the managers in this instance, because we were on cruise control and yet again, they dropped their heads, right? So personally, I'm just deflated today because all these stories about in and outs and managers here and there, like, I don't know, man. I just want to continue on this winning streak to say, look, 25th, it's the final, isn't it? Like, until then, a lot of things can happen. We can actually beat City on the final. It's a cup, knockout cup. So, I don't know how you feeling, but, you didn't watch
I
the
think
game
we got
properly,
a
no?
5% chance, and I think, like, you remember how the last FA Cup final started. It was just like an
Yeah,
early quick goal that put Manchester City ahead, and if we
yeah,
avoid
yeah,
that, we can actually do
yeah,
something. We're just like this game is still 0-0 right now. The
yeah,
FA
yeah,
Cup
yeah.
final
No,
is 0-0,
no, I
and
just feel like I see what Neil Driscoll is saying here in the chat. Change the conversation is getting boring now, and this is exactly what I feel as well right now. Like, I was kind of stuck in a rock and a hard place to do a live stream, and I was like, well, it's just repetitive stuff. Everyone is talking about the same thing, and I just don't want to do
Mhm.
that. So I just
Yeah.
want to come in and have a chat, a little bit of football chat. It's getting boring. I 100% agree, and give the energy for tomorrow, because Nottingham Forest is knocking on the door tomorrow, the Old Trafford, and yeah, Sheffield. Sorry, Sheffield. Yeah, so we should definitely cruise that over. You can see yourself in the background, can you?
Yeah, I was actually like, optical illusion. My eyes, what's going?
Yeah, it's
I
not
got
copyright
people
strike, is it?
confused. I can
Good
see
evening,
myself
Neil.
getting confused by Omo. The professor is like, I'm arguing with him here.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got this. I got this projector. You know what I mean? Smart projectors.
Yes.
It's projecting on the wall. So I watch football on big screen, and now I have a big giant puppy on the screen. I just want to come in with some positivity energy. Like, I cannot lie. Like, I've been a little bit low today. Like, so I just want to feel like, let's move on. Let's turn the page. We've done the gradings. We discussed about this. It's boring. Media is doing the bits. Ten Hag is lashing out. Come on, let's fight. Come on, we have a game tomorrow, right?
That's the
We're
energy,
Manchester
Mick. That's
United.
the energy. Tomorrow, we have an opportunity to sort of, have a little bit of a positive ending towards a very, very
Yeah, yeah,
terrible
yeah,
season.
yeah. There's no
And
Rashford,
yeah,
apparently. Good, 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 good. No Rashford. Bruno was feeling a little bit of a knock, so. And there was also a tweet coming out that Harry Amas is getting the nod to start his first game. So I'm looking forward for tomorrow. Play the youngsters. I want to see them.
yes, that would be awesome. If tomorrow we can see Harry Amas. I even feel like, well, we saw Amari Forson have a little bit of a cameo in the last game as well. So maybe him as well, and it would be nice. It would be nice to just see a little
Yeah,
bit more of what the youngsters has. There's a guy, Lewis Jackson. He was on the bench as well,
yeah,
center
Lewis
back.
Jackson. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
and hello. And then, of course, I don't rate Omari Forson that much. There's even better, like Shea Lacey is much better. There's, Ethan Wheatley is much, much better as well. I mean,
yeah.
at the end of the day, like, just because they're senior players doesn't give them, on paper that they are better players. Like, if you're not delivering, put some fucking youngsters on there. They're hungry to prove a point,
Yeah.
and we
Yeah.
need that energy. Yeah.
We definitely need it. As we're wrapping up the stream, Yale dropping the truth bomb of Casemiro and Garnacho also look to be out. We are in trouble. When we try to be positive, negative
Ganache
things
is
happen.
okay. He said that in the presser. Ganache is okay, but Cass is a little bit. I don't know.
But there's one conversation I want to have with you too, because I just going forward, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to level-headed people and
Yes.
ignore the randomness, right?
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
not gonna take too much time, but I just read a tweet that said we're actually 13 million away from Dan Ashworth. We're offering just 2 million. We're just
No,
offering
that's
2
bullshit.
million when
Bullshit.
Newcastle is asking for 15. Okay?
Bullshit.
No, no, no. But hold on, hold on. Here's the thing. Now, I believe it because, like Surgeon Ratcliffe said, we're trying to change the way we've been doing business, right? We've always overpaid for a lot of things at Manchester United, the tax and everything. And what I'm trying to understand is the outers, they believe we need to sack this manager. So we have 15 million to give to Eric Den Haag for his remainder of the contract, and we have 15 million to get De Zerbi or whatever manager, and then we have 13 million to get Dan Ashworth. So why are we doing the 2 million talk?
Does not make sense. Where did this come from?
This actually came from
And Jacob.
Telegraph Ducker.
Ducker has been fucking flip flopping for 3 days now, right? So take it with a pinch of salt. The thing
Telegraph
Just
is,
said
football as well.
Qatari
But
deal was done.
yeah, first done and then not done, and now it's 2 million. Like, look, as far as I'm concerned, the thing is, they Newcastle pinched him from Brighton, and they had to pay 5 million. They want to recuperate that money. Yeah, so it's going to be around 15 million. So 10 million to Newcastle in installments. They can do that, right? Newcastle is looking to appoint their own manager, their own sporting director. They're in the recruitment process, and then to get him to start earlier, they have to pay something called, like, a sign-on bonus, because he's going to miss out the compensation. Like if you're walking away from 12 months guaranteed salary, right? So you're going to look at around 14 to 15 million, right? And it's going to be announced typically on a Friday, like the club always do, right? So the rest is just media second guessing. They don't have a clue, and they don't. Even with the managers, they're throwing in names in the hat, like apparently,
yeah,
speculation. They don't know.
Nagelsmann just signed up a extension, and they're saying he's highly rated at Manchester United. So,
Yep. So
bro,
I don't.
we've been
I don't
rating
believe.
Milinkovic Savic for like 15 years now. Has he played for my club? No.
No, I'm just going from my reliable sources within Newcastle and agency market as well, that is dealing with the replacement and stuff like that. So it's just paper talk at the moment. So I just gonna go. It's done in principle. He's already resigned. There's no way for Newcastle to hold him on. He's already resigned. So it's just a matter of time for the club to announce it. So same thing happened with Wilcox. It just happened on a Friday, and it's a typical United. They will announce it on a Friday as well. So,
I feel
and
like
at
that
the end
too.
of the day, that money is coming up from Ineos kitty as well. So it doesn't come from the club.
Yeah. And what I was gonna add to that is, like, if Man United tax is gonna exist, is probably with the backroom stuff, and once we get those guys, then they have to minimize that on players. Like,
Yeah.
Ineos should pay whatever they need to do to get the right people in, get Dan Ashworth in.
Yeah.
We've got
That's
Wilcox in the bag. It's 2 out of 3. Now we need to get that man from the gardening leave so he can stop working on Zoom.
yeah,
Guys,
yeah.
guys,
He spoke about garden leave, by the way, before we wrap up. Like, he did an interview after he finished his marathon. So the garden leave is one of the problems, but it's going to take you about 6 to 12 months, is what I've been saying all the time, for them to get warm in the clothes. That is the plan, that is the process. And then, the one that's not on garden leave, and is the head of recruitment, which is Julian Ward. He's been out of job for 12 months. He quit Liverpool, so that's an easy one. You don't have to pay nothing. Yeah, so I wouldn't be surprised that gets announced, and then we get Julian Ward.
yeah.
But it's the right direction, Brewskis.
Yes. Let's be patient. That's all I might end the stream on and say, guys, this rebuild is gonna require patience from
Yeah,
us
yeah,
as well.
yeah.
Can I ask a
Take
rating question before we end? And we can
Okay.
end on that.
You're gonna
Ronald,
rate.
you know we're doing the Arsenal Chelsea stream. Well, you know
No,
that,
no,
right?
no, no, no. Yeah, I know, I know. I'll be there. I'm just asking you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you for tomorrow, Bots and Mick? And you can end it on that.
Mick,
I'm
you go
confident.
first.
I'm confident. They're shit. I mean, we are also shit, but we are better shit. And we're playing at Old Trafford, so it shouldn't be a problem, right?
True, true.
Oh,
I
okay.
really like
Otherwise, I'll start singing Guns N' Roses' "Patience." Right?
this dripping me.
Patience. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Patience.
Right?
Patience is key. Patience will get us to the promised land. Big up, Ronald. Guys, let's end the stream right here, and in a few hours, in an hour. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to take a
It's
little
1 hour.
break. Yeah, in an hour we will be here for hopefully some Chelsea tears or Arsenal tears. We'll see. But
Arsenal.
either way,
Or
we'll be
maybe both.
drinking some tears.
Yeah.
Big up.
Big up.
Big up,
Everyone, thank
Ronald.
you.
Big up.
I just want to come in and spread some positivity, like, to say hi.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you to you. Thank you to Ronald. Thank you to Mick. Thank you to Steffi. Thank you to Neil. Guys, make sure you support MEFC Realist TV. That's the homie Mick right there. Shout out to Yale. Steffi, always lovely to see you. I'm so happy when I see you. Emran Khan, you too, man. Big member of this family. And also Manj, who started off this conversation, the man from Coventry, or the man who's got Coventry blood in him. And yeah, what a great way to look back at this game. And guess what? We are in the final. Nobody's gonna remember this if we win the final. So it's really gonna be a big day on May 23rd or 25th. We will be there. We will be there. Thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. See you soon. Football Power Hour.